Hello, it's Simone here with your lunar mood and energy forecast for the week ahead. So the big news this week is that it is the start of a new month on a full moon. But there's also some other pretty interesting astro weather events also taking place this week, such as Saturn stationing direct in Capricorn and Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. But for today, we're just going to focus on how the lunar energies will be affecting us in the week ahead. So we do kick off the week with the Waxing Gibbous Moon in humanitarian and visionary Aquarius, where it did move into on Sunday. And this placement really calls for social connections, doing things in a new or different way, and standing up for what you believe in. So with your work, if it's, it could be a really good time to do some brainstorming, do some more intellectual type of work, and don't be afraid to embrace your individuality and your uniqueness. Work with the essential oil magnolia to really help in bringing about feelings of interconnectedness, which is really important when the moon is in Aquarius. On Tuesday afternoon, the Waxing Gibbous Moon will move into emotional and dreamy Pisces. So in the last days of the waxing phase of the lunar cycle, usually you'll be kind of finding yourself wanting to push to finalize your projects. But the Pisces energy could leave us feeling a little bit heavier with our emotions, and that may really cause you to want to slow down more than you usually would in this phase. So it could, you might like to take some time out to visualize what it is that you want to achieve in your business and your life ahead of the full moon. And be sure to really tap into your spiritual self-care and feel into any intuitive insights that you might have. If you are feeling a little bit scattered and ungrounded from the Pisces energies, then try using the essential oil blend Anchor, which comes from the Yoga collection. And that's really going to help to support you during this Pisces moon. There's a really long void, of course, on Thursday. And after that, the moon will shift into the focused and active sign of Aries in the afternoon. And this is where things are really going to start to get interesting, because the moon will be joining Mars, which is currently in retrograde in Aries as well. And this is Mars's home sign. So whilst we might normally feel quite celebratory and energized on a full moon, the Mars retrograde could make things a little bit more challenging than usual. Our motivation might be lower. It could manifest in feeling sluggish and feeling a little bit slow. You might want to look at what it is that drives and motivates you, and what might you be able to do to change things up so that you can ignite more enthusiasm, more passion back into some of those areas of your life where it might currently be lacking. At 7:05 a.m. on Friday in Australian Eastern Standard Time is the full moon in Aries, and this marks the completion of the Aries lunar cycle, which started on the new moon back in March. And the full moon brings us the chance to really let go and to release. So focus on your partnerships, who you can maybe let go of in your relationships to bring more balance, to allow more room into your life for those people who really do matter. You might like to also look at where you can have better boundaries with the important people who are in your life. Along with the full moon mapping that I recommend you do in your My Unstoppable Life journal, there is a beautiful little section in here where it helps you to map out what you're wanting to release and let go of on the full moon. So as well as doing that, there's another little ritual that you might like to try on this really deep Aries full moon this week. And this is where you can write a list of where your relationships are not serving you, as well as any kind of old arguments or any problems that might be causing dysfunction in your partnerships. And look at where in your life things are kind of out of balance, and then write all of this down and then release that list by either burning it or flushing it. And that's going to really help to let go of those things. Just be sure to be mindful really mindful. Practice your mindfulness over this transit, because Mercury is in retrograde, and this might mean that some of our conversations could be quite intense and heated. So any difficult conversations that do come about at this time are really going to illuminate how we can connect with our loved ones, and where we might be being a little bit too headstrong or a little bit too self-centered, and those could be things that we might want to look at in ourselves. You might like to use this Aries full moon diffuser blend to help balance out any feelings of pride or stubbornness or any stagnancy that might be illuminated with this intense full moon. So you could blend oregano, cilantro, bergamot, and wild orange, and that's going to be a really beautiful blend to help with some of those emotions that might be coming up. On Sunday, the waning gibbous moon will be in stable and earthy Taurus. And this is a really good time to just really focus on meticulous self-care. This is going to help you to manage some of that full moon hangover, that heavy kind of feeling that might still linger, along with there's some other really interesting oppositions and squares that are happening at this time, which could be keeping us on our toes. So it's really important to practice self-care. You know, Taurus loves self-care. It loves spending time outside in nature. It's a really good time to relax and to chill. So really make the most of your self-care Sunday to get a little bit lazy in the name of nurturing your mind and your body and your soul. It would be a good time to go and get a massage if you can, or just maybe do something like an at-home facial. Diffuse aroma touch, or even patchouli. That's going to help with feeling grounded and feeling really, really relaxed. So that is my forecast for the week ahead. It's going to be a big one. I hope that you have a beautiful full moon and really just, manage these emotions and big energies that are going to be coming up in this week ahead. I'll be back again next week. Bye for now.